have got your Facebook shop and it's up and running and it's lots of products and the possibilities are enormous. Is that how you started?
This only happened recently, in fact, the online shop. It started off, just like Minka said, with messages, people sending me messages on Instagram and Facebook. Then I decided to set up a Facebook shop, which made it easier for people to see without having to ask me a lot of questions. I was just wondering about the question about linking the Facebook shop. It got me thinking because basically, yes, it's important, first of all, to have Instagram linked to Facebook, which these days is very easy because they are already linked because they belong to the same company. So all you have to do is link the account. So whatever you post on Instagram will appear on Facebook. Then you have the shop. The shop will have the specific items. Now, you can leave it as a Facebook shop. In that case, they will have to contact you for purchasing. Or you can link it to a website, either by just putting the link that takes them to the website and then sell through the website. Or else if you use something like Shopify, the items that are on Shopify will automatically appear on the Facebook shop. So once you put them on Shopify, they come automatically.
So the question I would like to ask all of you, which is, what would be your advice for all these women, not just women, because we've got some male participants as well. What would be your advice? 3 things to focus on when starting your side hustle that could potentially become your main business. Let's start with Giselle.
Well, I think what was very important to me is having the connection with your followers. Vanilla Mami started as a blog. I think it worked out well for me that way. That first I created the followers through Instagram and Facebook. And then when I started selling the products, it was easier to connect with the people who are following me and to understand what are their needs. So I think one piece of advice, especially if you want to have feedback from the people, is to have a good following and to remain in touch with your following by being authentic. So don't try and be something you are not, and don't try and advertise things that you're not comfortable with or that do not resonate with who you truly are. That's, I think, was very important for me. And one thing that I would recommend, some advice perhaps when starting off something new, is that not to spend a lot of money. There are a lot of things, a lot of resources available online that are completely free. So when you don't have a budget or you have a very low budget, try and make use of these resources. For example, there are online courses, there are YouTube tutorials, there are websites where you can get free photos and pictures, and there are tons of ways to create a website from scratch with zero money.
In other words, you can become tech savvy with a couple of clicks. Giselle, did you get some kind of value through training or some support from the local Maltese government?
So far, I haven't used any funding at all. I mean, I still have my day job, even though I'm working on reduced hours. So I just use a bit of my income, and I started from zero, basically, buying a few items and then growing slowly. Obviously, it's slower when you do it that way.
Would you, Giselle, consider going just into this business and abandoning your job in the future?
Well, let's put it this way. My career and Vanilla Mami have always been two separate things, and I liked keeping it that way. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I like working in the pharmacy because it combines two of the things I love doing, and which are helping people and selling. And with Vanilla Mami, I do the same thing, but in a different way. And yes, before I had my daughter, I must admit, my focus was more on my career as a pharmacist, and I wanted that to grow. And now I would definitely love Vanilla Mami to become a full-time business, step by step.